Hello vinyl community, this is Randy. Back today with another video. Today is going to be another time-tested record. Time-tested records. Those are records that have been in my collection for a long time, and I've listened to them consistently over the years, and I still listen to them today. So today's time-tested record is Strangers in the Night. Strangers in the Night, 1979 live album by UFO. British band called UFO. It's one of the best live albums ever. Huge fan of this record. I tell you, just over the past couple of weeks, I've seen a thread in the vinyl community for listing maybe like the 20 favorite live albums. I didn't watch all those. I watched a few of those. But nobody listed this record, Strangers in the Night, which I think is, they must not have heard it, or they must not have it, because, I mean, this really is generally acclaimed as one of the all-time great metal live albums. And I think it seems sort of a transition between the earlier heavy metal bands, like maybe, you know, Deep Purple or something like that, and the new wave of British heavy metal. So, yeah. It also has a fantastic album cover. I mean, really, that's a fantastic album cover. And on the inside, the band is sort of doing what the drawing, they all got their mouths wide open and shouting or something like that. So, yeah. UFO. This is not the record that I had back. I don't think I ever had the record back in the day. I think I had a tape of it, probably made from one of my friends who had the record. I actually just picked this one up about 3 or 4 years ago. I've been looking for it for a while. It really was very hard to find. I've done a little bit of research into Discogs, and I learned that there was a reissue in 2013. An expanded edition of the record, which I think they added like a couple of songs to it, but they changed the track order. I think they didn't leave anything out. I guess they just made it longer. It's still on 2 records. But I was glad when I found this one that I got the original, because, you know, the original is what I was used to hearing. It's kind of like I'm listening to those early Beatles albums. I like to hear the American versions. So we're going to crank it up right here and just hear this part just for the next few seconds.
What'd you say? What? You got it. Again, this is something called Rock Bottom.
Well, if you're not busy banging your head right now, you can still be listening to this music, I guess. What an awesome song. That is Rock Bottom. I love the introduction to it, too. We used to always get a big kick out of that, the way he says, Rock Bottom. And so, yeah, it's probably my favorite song from this album. What an incredible guitar riff to start that song out with. That's Michael Schenker. Michael Schenker playing guitar. So the band started out in 1969 in England, and they had a few albums throughout the years, and I guess somewhere along the line there in 75 or 76, they picked up Michael Schenker. I guess he'd been playing for the Scorpions, so fantastic guitarist. He's the one who's playing that riff that we just now heard. And so I think, I'm not sure if it was their first album, but one of their first albums with Michael Schenker playing guitar was Lights Out in 1977. Fantastic album cover here. I'm not really sure what's going on. I mean, listen, I guess maybe they're supposed to be in some sort of an industrial, where they cut out the lights, I guess, to London. But, I mean, this guy's wearing like this jumpsuit or something. It's halfway unzipped, and this guy looks like he's getting dressed. So I don't know what's going on there with the cover, but it's a very cool cover. Fantastic album. This has some songs that are on the live album, like Too Hot to Handle, Lights Out, Getting Ready, Love to Love. They didn't do Electric Phase, a fantastic song on here called Electric Phase, which they did not put on the live album. And then in 78, they released this record called Obsession. I didn't have either one of these albums before I went to see the band. In 1977, I saw UFO. They opened for AC/DC on November the 23rd, which, in my head, that was, all these years, I've always thought that was a Thanksgiving Day show, but it's actually Wednesday. It was the day before Thanksgiving. That was a very famous concert that I would have been a senior in high school in November of 77, and that show was 3 bands for $3. Really amazing. The Motors were the first band. We hadn't heard either one of these first 2 bands, the Motors or UFO. They both were fantastic, and AC/DC we were familiar with. I think in 77 they might have been touring behind them. Probably Let There Be Rock album, I think. So, but yeah, UFO just really blew us away. My friend went out and got, this album wasn't out yet in 77. In fact, I think even Obsession wasn't out yet in 77. So Lights Out, I guess they were touring behind Lights Out when I saw them. So, it's such a fantastic live album. Though it starts out, because the sequencing of the songs and everything is really great, it starts out with Natural Thing, which is just a fantastic concert opener, and then Out in the Street. Then the third song is Only You Can Rock Me. Really just a great way to get all the people up on their feet. Then Dr. Doctor, fantastic song. They slow things down some with Mother Mary after that. And This Kid's and Love to Love. So it's really, to me, that seems like that's what concerts were like in the late 70s. The band would come out and rock, and then they would maybe do a song or two to sort of slow things down, maybe let you catch your breath. When we get to side 3, it's what we're hearing now. It starts out with Lights Out and then Rock Bottom, which is like a 12 or 13 minute version of Rock Bottom. Then side 4 ends up with Too Hot to Handle, I'm a Loser, Let It Roll, and Shoot Shoot. So, fantastic way to end the album. Shoot Shoot, sort of a, I guess it's sort of a tongue-in-cheek thing about, what's it say? She's got a pistol weighing down on me. What's it say? Shoot, shoot, shoot it, boy. You got to shoot it for me. So, very cool. UFO, Strangers in the Night. One of the fantastic double live albums from the 1970s. And, that's it. That's about all I've got to tell you. This band, I think there may still be a band touring as UFO. I think that Phil Mogg was the singer, and he was the mainstay throughout the whole history of the band. Evidently, from what I've read online, Michael Schenker left the band in the middle of this tour. And also, I guess he was not necessarily happy with all the songs they chose for this album, but I think they all sound great. And history, I think, has shown that it was good choices for those songs. So, that's it. That's all I have to tell you about this record. Fantastic live album. And like I say, if you do decide to check it out online, just be aware that there's that also expanded version, which I guess that's fine too. It just starts out with a couple of different songs, but I was glad to get this original version. And so now I think that's all I've got to say about this record. I'll do a quick needle drop here, and I think it's going to be Too Hot to Handle. So let me know what you think about UFO, and I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks very much for watching.